Hi, we're the Huge Movie Fanatics here to do a review for Back to the Future.
And this is a review request for the Cookie Monster 70 again. He's like our big, huge, good thing we don't have review request limit, because he would just be breaking that limit, man. But yeah, thank you very much for
we like doing
the review request, because, I don't know, it feels like we're doing something for the world and fellow man
Yeah.
in a meaningful way.
Yes, so Back to the Future, the first movie.
Let me just go dun 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 dun. All right.
This is a fantastic, fantastic movie. Can't express that enough. Robert Zemeckis hit it out of the park in a way that he never had before, and certainly I don't think has really done since. He's made some great movies afterwards, but not as good as Back to the Future.
What happened? It's like one of them situations where it's just like the world, stars must have been aligned, and all the pearls.
The creative
and
juices were just
something happened
there. But easy 4 stars. The casting of Michael J. Fox is pitch
Isn't it
perfect.
crazy to see those Eric Stoltz
Yeah,
shots?
I know, it's so
my
weird, and
God,
I
he looks exactly.
I like Eric Stoltz, but I mean, he just isn't that character. Marty is clearly Michael J. Fox, and I'm glad that they realized that. I also loved Crispin Glover. Man, he's amazing in this. Leah Thompson is amazing and beautiful, and this whole movie.
What's his name? Biff. I mean, I love that guy.
Yeah.
If you've seen my April Fool's Day review,
Yeah.
I love that guy. I can't remember his name, but
He's in a lot of things too. He's good. He was just in The Heat this past summer with Sandra Bullock.
I'm good. I'm glad he's still.
Yeah, he's still doing things. God, the music in this movie is just so iconic, so amazing. It's actually.
I'm just gonna say Christopher Lloyd because he didn't. All right.
Oh, Christopher Lloyd, yes, of course.
But Alan Silvestri, I mean, back
Yeah.
when the juices were flowing, you know, I gotta admit, and you better agree that, I mean, movie scores, come on, you have to agree that movie scores are not like they were. I mean, you don't walk out of Thor going,
I actually walked out of the first movie humming the tune.
oh, okay, well, whatever.
Patrick Doyle did the score for that movie. It did amazing.
Still, there isn't many hits as back
Not
in
as
the
much,
day. I mean,
but
you
Alan
gotta admit.
Silvestri did the Avengers theme, and I
Yeah,
love that one. I
well.
bought that soundtrack.
Okay, anyway. Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. This movie is astounding. I don't know what more I can say. The script.
You know,
is,
when there's movies that are phenomenal, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's like
you don't know what to say because there's nothing you can say against the movie, really. I have no complaints, really, about Back to the Future. It's one that I could put on at any point in time in my life, and I'm happy. It's just a joyous movie. It has the spirited adventure, even though it's not really an effects picture or anything like that, but like the pacing in the movie is just so white knuckle. You're just with them all the way through. You care about every one of the characters. All the performances are great. I like the little nuggets, like the mayor of.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like all the little nuggets of how it all ties together and stuff. From present day 1985 to 1955, and you see like little foreshadowing and little fun bits like that are great with the clock tower and all that stuff. The whole clock tower scene at the end is amazing. Where they're trying to...
And how they even think of all that crap, I don't know.
I know, and like one problem leads to the next problem, which leads to the next problem.
See, the thing is, I probably wouldn't like that if I saw it in a movie now, but I like it.
Really? Why?
That kind of shit where you just try to keep things as an adult, I'm just more coarse. No, I mean, I like it in Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, if a current movie did that now, kind of like The Lone Ranger, it's just kind of like, did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. It's kind of just like, yeah, but that's because I'm a jaded adult now. I'm just saying. Anyway, continue.
Because that's, for me, I love that. Like, that's what works about the original Star Wars. Like, one problem led to the next problem. They need to save the princess. The princess is in the room. They're blocked. They go into the garbage chute. The garbage chute starts closing. They get out, and they're confronted with stormtroopers, and they have to split up, and Like,
Oh, no, I mean like,
That's-
no, I don't mean that. I mean like at the very end of the movie where they just keep milking it kind of thing. That's what the end of Back to the Future did
Oh,
when
okay.
when the wire gets,
oh,
that's what
okay.
I meant. Not for a whole movie.
Oh, okay.
Just, you know, like when it's
Yeah.
just like you roll your eyes, like you could potentially do that even now when the wire comes off and he's
Yeah.
like, oh!
Yeah.
You know, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Milking it at the very end just to
Okay.
get every ounce of, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Not the whole movie.
But the movie's
Communication problem.
indeed. Movie's amazing. 4 stars, easy, hands down. As I said, there's really nothing I can say against this movie. It's just outstanding in every sense of the word.
4 stars. I saw this in the theater. I think I saw it in the second run theater because that's why. But I can still remember the poster in the theater, like outside
poster's
theater window,
amazing,
and
too.
the posters, like everything about this movie is amazing. Saw it obviously in the theater, not obviously, but saw it in the theater and probably just once, and you know, loved it. And I mean, everyone was seeing it, so you know, obviously I was one of the kids, one of the billions of kids who ended up with the cassette tape of the. I can't remember if it had the score, some of the score on it, or if it was just full of songs.
Supposedly, I think it does. I have the
can't
CD
remember.
on my queue for or my wish list for Amazon.
Oh, okay.
But it's the CD that came out back then.
I can't remember if, doesn't matter, but if the original CD had like some of the score stuff, what doesn't matter. But yeah, it's funny because I watched that stupid, I don't know when they did that Today Show appearance, I think. I watched it on YouTube, I don't know if it was last year or it might have been even more years ago than that. I can't remember.
Oh, for the
The cast.
The cast
Today.
25th anniversary.
I hate that kind of stuff, especially when they have a lot of people. They had a lot of
Oh,
people.
I
They
love
had-
that stuff.
Well, I think it's dumb because they have all these people. The one thing I think is dumb about it is when they have all these people and you just get like 30 seconds apiece to talk. I think it's
Yeah.
that's what I think is dumb.
Okay.
Because they actually had Zemeckis, Huey Lewis, someone
Yeah.
else, Christopher Lloyd. Oh no, Mary Steenburgen or
Yeah.
whatever. Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, and Leah Thompson, and each of them get 30 seconds. That's why I think it's dumb.
Okay.
Because it's like they're all there, and it's just like, what did you? I thought this was great. All right, what about you? The woman did a pretty good job moderating, I must say, because at least she gave everyone a chance to talk. But it's like Huey, it's like talk for like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in there. All right, what about you? But anyway, movie review, not the Today Show review. I guess it's Back to the Future / Today Show reunion, Back to the Future cast review. But phenomenal. I mean, the reason I mentioned that Today Show is because the woman's like, why 1955? But it's just like, Robert Zemeckis is kind of like, all right, you dumb bitch. Well, we wanted it to take place when their parents were the age of. The thing about 55 is it's a very magical year. Like if you did this movie now, and what's 30 years ago from now? 84, you know?
Yeah.
Well, like, that's kind of magical, but it's not 1985 or 55. If you did this movie, I gotta admit, you know, because it's 84, that's kind of magical to me. So, but whatever. But if you did like this movie now, where you went back, you know, the old days was 1984, it wouldn't quite be the same, would it, as the old days being
Yeah.
1955? Because I think much more has
Culturally
changed between
changed,
55 and 85 versus 84 and 2014.
Yeah.
So it works. The movie was one of the many perfect things about it. Is it was made at the exact right time to do
Yeah.
that. And my dad, obviously being born in 1947, and kind of growing up in the 50s, absolutely loved the movie. Obviously, because you could tell like when he peeked around the corner, not my dad, Michael J. Fox, and it was like, Mr. Sandman, and it starts in that beautiful music and din 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 in just the 50s. You could feel like his positive energy filling the room of him being so his glee of watching
Yeah.
that scene, and you could feel it. And even not having grown up in the 50s myself, it even affects me that way. You can imagine how it affects someone who grew up in the
Yeah.
50s.
My dad has a special bond with that movie for the same reason.
And that's beautiful, and
Yeah.
that's what the hell movies are for. It's that magic of whatever and doing this and that and that feeling of whatever. And they're also actually they're made to make money for rich people. But they're, you know, one of the reasons we go to them is to get that feeling of whatever, you know. But anyway, that was just a side note at how much that, you know, every time that scene would come. Well, I mean, he liked the whole movie because the whole movie took place in
Yeah.
55. But I mean, it's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What do you say? I mean, it's just like Christopher Lloyd is great. I mean, I don't know how all that shit came together with the DeLorean being the time machine. So many things came together that
Yeah.
I have no idea how they came together. Alan Silvestri, Michael J. Fox.
Yeah.
I mean, Crispin Glover is just phenomenal. I mean, you can see the talent in Final Chapter. We'll probably never watch Final Chapter again, but you can. I love him in Final Chapter, Friday 13th Final Chapter, as well. And I shut up. And you can see the beginning of, you know, it actually kind of is McFly in Final Chapter a little bit. Am I a dead fuck? But you could do like, you could pull a trick on like high school kids and like say, this is a deleted scene from Back to the Future, and did I spit on you? Sorry.
No, you're good.
And have that scene of him in the bed. Am I a dead fuck? How come that wasn't in, or you could cut it into Back to the Future, extended cut.
Yeah.
What do you think? Have you said what you had to say? Like I say, it's like,
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just phenomenal. Did I say 4 stars? 4 stars. Even the song, Huey Lewis. I can't
great.
say how great, like the end. Oh! I guess I have a problem with it. The thing about time machine movies, we don't have enough time to go, into the time machine aspect of the movie and the time machine aspect in this review, but you know, you could say all kinds of shit. I guess my biggest problem with the movie is the whole fading picture thing, and it's just kind of like, that's a little contrived to me, and it's just like, it's really, that's the thing I hate about time travel movies, is you can't really test it, and it's like exactly at what point would this would be a whole nother video just to talk about, you know, the intricacies of, but let's just say, just to not nitpick, whatever, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, when you go into a like time travel
Discussion
movie,
about-
you
yeah,
have like
yeah.
you know that it can't happen. I mean, the Terminator will never. I mean, there's a lot about the Terminator that is very plausible, but the whole father situation makes it impossible.
Yeah. We're gonna actually possibly review
Hopefully
the
we'll review the
Terminators today.
Terminators.
So,
Because I just watched those.
oh, good. Even before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But so that's the one thing. Oh yeah. Not even him. Yeah, his whole. That's the one thing that's kind of lame, but it's kind of, you know, I can see why it works for the movie. But the whole thing about like first his brother's head disappears or something, and
I mean, it's
slowly
like,
this.
it's
you know,
like the
just like,
Save the Whales picture from Star Trek. Like that, you take those two whales completely out of their habitat and bring them into to the world so they can communicate with the alien and send it home. But then they put it in the water. Don't those whales just die and they're gonna have the same problem again because they're not used to any of the bacteria from like 400 years later?
Probably, but the movie ends before that sad moment.
That's the ultimate deleted scene I want.
Well, we'll have to film it.
Yeah. So anyway, there you have. Like, I mean, there's a lot of problems anytime.
You could really nitpick. That'd be a whole nother day of reviews just to talk about the nitpickiness about time travel. So, what do you think?
Yeah, we're good. 4 stars across the board.
It's great. Alan Silvestri. Everything just came together. The stars were aligned, and I think we've just said it.
Yeah, Bob Gale. We didn't mention him. He's the co-writer.
All right, Bob Gale. Thank you very much for your contribution as well, and whoever else contributed too.
Yeah.
Eric Stoltz. Thanks a lot. You didn't quite work, but what the hell?
Your failure made this movie fantastic.
Yes, it did. It was a good failure. Thanks for watching.
You know he's watching that at home, just like a tear.
Yeah, sorry, Eric. That's the thumb down. That's the person who thumbed this down, Eric. So, you know, you were fine in Pulp Fiction or whatever. Thanks for watching.